Hi, and thank you for watching us here at Tax Talk UK, where we talk about all things tax and other important aspects of working for yourself, being self-employed, running a small business. So today, as part of our bite-sized demonstration series showing you how to use your Freeagent software, we're going to talk about the function of guessing transactions, how this works, and what to keep an eye out for. Before I do that, if you're new here, please do subscribe to our YouTube channel. That way you'll easily be able to refer back to this information if you should need to, as well as being able to find other information that we have available on a whole host of different topics, all aimed at supporting you in your self-employment. You can also find the rest of our bite-sized demos series if you navigate to the playlist section of our YouTube channel and look for the Freeagent guidance. You'll find other videos that we have available in this series. So back then to the function of guessing transactions. So if you are manually uploading your statements into your Freeagent software, you'll have seen the option to turn on the function of guessing transactions. If you have enabled a bank feed, you'll also have the option in the settings to turn this facility on or off. But what is it all about, and when should we use it, and what should we be careful for? So the main thing to remember with this function, I like that it's called guessing the transactions, because this does really sort of like highlight and just drop that reminder in our minds that this is just a feature where Freeagent is trying to help us, and it's trying to say, actually, based on what transactions you've approved previously, what's happened through the account, what invoices you might have outstanding to be paid or to make payments for. This is what we think the transaction may be for. But it's always really important that you do bear in mind that it is a guess. Of course, the more that you pay a certain supplier, or the more that you have going through the software, and the more you allocate, then of course the better chance that Freeagent has of getting that guess correct. But it's always important that you are checking that it is correct before you accept it into your accounts. So I'm just going to pop into the demo version of the software, and I'm going to show you what I'm actually talking about. So here we are on our dashboard, and I'm going to navigate to my bank account, and you can see just on my screen here, it's telling me that I've got some for approval and some unexplained. So what does that mean? Let's click into the bank and take a look. So what you can see is, if I just change that to all time periods, you can see all of the unexplained and all of the for approval. Now, what this is, what the difference is between these categorizations, these sort of guessing, as it were, is for approval is where Freeagent has tried to guess for you what it thinks that what the money may be for. So here you can see these transactions for some money that's come in based on what has been allocated previously. Freeagent thinks that these should be categorized directly to sales, which means that it's not allocating them to any sales invoices, and it's also telling us what how much VAT it thinks that it needs to account for. So we've got two options. If we think, for example, that the local council one is correct, we can just select that and we can approve one explanation. If we think they're all correct, we could actually use the facility here to select all and approve them all at the same time. what we could also do is, for example, if one of the transactions, we do know what it's for, and we could just simply change the category here, or perhaps it was the VAT was incorrect. So we can do that in here, and then we could just approve it and save the changes. But what if it's completely wrong and we aren't in a position at this point to be able to correct it? So let's say, for example, that this transaction here is actually a sales invoice, but then we realize, oh, we've not actually raised the sales invoice, or perhaps we have something else that we need to sort of do before. And so perhaps we don't want to leave it in there. Perhaps we're concerned that we might inadvertently approve it. And so we could actually remove the explanation here, confirm that, and then it would actually go, we would now see that transaction in the unexplained. So the unexplained are the ones that Freeagent isn't sure what these transactions are for. It hasn't tried to guess them, and they're for you to allocate. So they're for approval. Or if you have the guess transactions function turned on, it's the transactions that Freeagent is suggesting for you what the software thinks that these may be, but that you need to approve them for them to go into the software if they're correct. You do need to review them, so you do need to check that the guess has been correct. So hopefully this helps you to understand what the guessing transactions feature is about. You'll see, as I say, prompts to turn that function on or off. If you find that a lot of the transactions are guessing incorrectly, if you remove the remove that guess and or make the correction, the more times that you do that, then the better, the more intuitive the software will become, the more accurate the guesses are. If you find that you can't get on with the function at all, then you can turn it off and you can have everything where you need to sort of say and allocate it yourself. So hopefully this helps. As I say, helps you to understand what the feature is, what it's doing, to understand that even if the transactions are guessed, you still need to approve them, and how you can find those in your software. Thank you very much for watching. If you have found this information useful, please do take a moment to like the video. And as I mentioned earlier, if you haven't yet subscribed, please do subscribe to the channel. Thank you. Goodbye.